Hello, everybody. It is me, your good friend Tagian, and I am joined by multiple friends of mine today. We have Dax,
Yes.
then we have Calypso,
Hello.
and then finally we have Nick.
Oh, well.
How are you guys? You good?
Wow. Be more enthusiastic, Nick.
I'm so tired. It is too fucking hot here. It's like 95 degrees here.
Welcome to the South,
Like,
okay?
Well-
yeah, I
Welcome to
know,
you.
I don't like it.
Okay,
Too
you've
much.
got at least you have humidity. It is dry out here in Utah.
The dry
Okay.
heat isn't as bad, though. I can
I
I
deal
Also-
look
with the
like a
dry heat.
lizard when I go out because my skin's just like, instantly suck up all the moisture from you. That's what it's like out
Though,
here.
then again, no offense, Dax. You did not come to Georgia when it was actually summertime. You came during the fall.
I've been to Costa Rica in the middle of the summer.
What? What does that have anything to do with the South?
It's
They
sort of
have like
hot.
3 times the amount of humidity you do.
Listen, don't worry about that. So, guys, it is Dax and Tag and Friends podcast. We are here today, of course, to do podcast stuff, which is to talk about the stuff we know about, or at least we think we know about. We don't really actually know about it, but yeah, that stuff. So, let's start with, of course, our first topic, which will be video games. You guys have any new video game news at all? Anybody? Any new games you playing?
Last time I didn't mention I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, which is amazing.
Ooh.
It's a
How
lot of
amazing
fun.
is it?
It's really good. Like I think my favorite part is where you get to override the robots, so you get to watch them. Like you get to take them over, and then you can watch them kill each other. That's a lot of fun.
You are sick and twisted,
Have
Calypso.
you watched
It's
the gameplay?
fun.
It looks really awesome when someone takes over one of the giant like T-Rex things and then fights them against each other.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a robot back. They have no emotions. Except
Tell that to
murder.
Zenyatta the next time he dies, or
Yeah,
asks when he
Zenyatta?
makes a whoo.
You mean Zenyatta the hypocrite,
The violent pacifist.
the violent
The
pacifist?
violent pacifist.
We shall force them to understand our peaceful ways with violence.
By force, yeah.
So that's cool. I think we talked about Doomfist since he had just been announced last time, but he's coming out in a few days. So that's exciting too. A new character.
I believe it's 10 days exactly. Isn't it coming out? Didn't they give him a really weird day? Yeah, I think it's
No, I think it was Tuesday. Dax has been thinking it was
yeah, it's
Tuesday.
the 20.
31st, isn't it?
It's the
I think he's
23rd.
out
No,
today.
they said it's.
It's just not competitive.
Oh my gosh, I got the Blizzard thing open here. I can quickly check. Oh my goodness,
Okay, let's check.
guys. Let's see. Of course, they don't even have it on here as like news for when he actually does come out. Of course not.
One of the other
Thank you,
podcasts
Blizzard.
I was listening to talked about him being out, just not available for.
Oh, he's in PTR right now.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to play him, you can go to the PTR and play him. So that's something you can actually go and do.
You know what? I could probably actually do that now since it won't take me 30 years to download it
Yes, you can. Cool.
and I can play on this
Um,
shitty-ass laptop.
Another thing you guys may not have known about that actually happened this weekend or this week, Evo actually happened. Evo 2017. If you do not know what that is the big fighting game conference that they have every year. I don't know if you guys. I assume you guys probably don't watch fighting games, as I never hear you talk about. But I do actually enjoy watching fighting games. I usually don't enjoy playing them because I am terrible at them, but I do love watching them. This year, the games that were the big tournament games were Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear XRD Rev 2, which, first off, Guilty Gear, calm down with your name. We have Injustice 2, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, Blue Blaze, Centrifugal or
That last one
Central
was
Fiction,
backwards.
The King of Fighters. Was that 14? And then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Have any of you guys actually played any of those games?
I stand by
Super
you said
Smash
Bla-
Brothers.
You,
Oh, I
played,
see.
you said Blaze Blue backwards.
Did I say I said Blue Blaze?
Yeah.
Blaze Blue. Okay, fair enough. If anybody
One
listens
of the
to
few
Blaze
that I
Blue,
actually know.
if anybody actually, I apologize. I actually love Injustice. I especially watch a lot of Injustice 2 stuff because my favorite thing is I love superhero stuff, and they do a really good job. First off, storyline in Injustice 2 is amazing. And then, of course, they have all the different characters, all the Marvel different characters. They did just, though, one of their new DLC characters was Sub-Zero, which is really interesting because he gets teleported here, and he's fighting all these heroes and talking the way he is, and it's interesting. It's cool. I assume since none of you are chiming up too much, you guys are not super interested in that. Which I guess if you don't like fighting games, it's understandable. Dax, what's the last fighting game you played?
I don't think I've ever really played a fighting game. It was for Sega Genesis. It was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, because, so interesting fact, the people who make NetherRealms, who make the Mortal Kombat games, also make the Injustice games, meaning whenever a Injustice game is up as like the last game that was made by them, usually the Mortal Kombat game gets pushed back and is not in the EVO tournaments, because technically the Injustice game replaces the Mortal Kombat game. Which is really cool. Which, another thing, if you did not play the last Mortal Kombat game, here's some interesting characters that they had in there. They had both the Alien and Predator as playable classes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they also had Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Was Leatherface in this one? I also believe Leatherface was in this. They had Mortal Kombat is a great place for horror movie characters to be playable characters. Because it's a great thing, most of the people in there are killers, so might as well get a bunch of, fake killers in there too. But EVO happened. If you love fighting games, that's one of the big things. But I think that's like the biggest thing. Now I want to move on to something that I think all of us are very excited about is, first off, San Diego Comic-Con happened. Okay, and it's happening right now, meaning there's a lot of stuff that is up and around. Like trailers for movies, trailers for all of this. Let's see a couple of trailers that I have seen. They have a new Kingsman 2 trailer, which looks great. Have you guys seen the new Kingsman 2 trailer?
I saw that. That does look good.
I've not.
Yes. I think The Kingsman is going to be an amazing movie. It's called what? Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
Yeah. It introduces what I guess is the Statesman, which is the American Kingsman group. Which, no offense, that's what I'm most excited about, is the fact that they had like him fighting with a freaking lasso and the different I don't know. Maybe that just makes me very American.
They're all like cowboy people.
Yeah. So that it was exciting to me. Another exciting trailer, which I actually, when I heard the description the first time, I didn't think much of it. But now that I saw the trailer, and it's a movie, it's a Netflix movie, is the new Glow. Or is it Bright? Is it Bright, Dax?
I think it's called
Glow,
Bright.
Sorry,
Yes.
Glow is the wrestling series on Netflix. It's called Bright. It is a Will Smith movie, or it has Will Smith in it. But essentially, it's a buddy cop movie in a fantasy world. Pretty much, it's as if it's a buddy cop movie in a city, but like if the fantasy creatures continue to live out and technology advance and fantasy creatures live with us today. So it has elves, orcs, fairies, stuff like that. And the trailer just made it look awesome.
Oh, it does, and it looks amazing.
Did you guys happen to see that one at all?
I did not. I'll have to check it out though. It looks really interesting. Sounds it.
I apologize. Clips over.
Very good.
So that has me excited. Both of those things are really excited. Lots of other mentions with stuff. Have you guys seen anything else in Comic-Con that you seem anything excited about?
There's a dude that's been walking around Comic-Con dressed as Doomfist. Looks really, really good.
So good.
It is a good cosplay. I will not deny that. And to make that this fast, because no offense, Doomfist hasn't his entire look has not been out. So yeah, I'll agree with you. A thing that does make me very excited is they started talking about the Godzilla universe, which you guys may not. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Even though technically Godzilla is not a dinosaur, I love dinosaurs, and he's very close to being a dinosaur, so it's just me. But they mentioned the next big movie is in 2019, which is going to be Godzilla, King of the Monsters sort of thing. I forgot what the running title is, but pretty much he's going to be facing multiple giant monsters, which excites me because hopefully, unlike the last movie, they'll have more Godzilla. That's what the last movie needed. Less of all this other crap, and just more Godzilla.
So is it a sequel from the last Godzilla, or
Yes.
is it? Because I know the King Kong movie, the most recent King Kong movie, had a connection to the Godzilla movies as well.
It is a sequel to the new Godzilla movie. The King Kong movie is actually a prequel to the Godzilla movie. And they have
Oh, okay, so they're all connected.
Yeah, they have mentioned in 2020 there will be a Godzilla versus King Kong movie. Now, the big thing to remember, I know I'm going to let, is a lot of people said King Kong is a lot smaller than Godzilla, which he is in the terms, but they also mentioned in the movie, King Kong movie, that he's still growing, meaning people assume that in the movie he's going to be a lot bigger in the King Kong versus Godzilla movie. So we'll have to wait and see. That's cool. Couple movies that have come out, a couple of things that seem to be, or that is, a couple of movies are coming out and a couple of movies that are about. First off, the new Planet of the Apes movie came out last weekend.
Did you see it?
I did not see it, but I've seen great reviews. They said it was a good movie, and it keeps stuff open for like any more movies that they want to go forward with. But like I said, people are saying it was a good movie. Have you guys seen the last two?
I have.
Dax, Nick?
Nope.
No? Listen,
They're good.
Listen, go see them. If you have a chance to go see the last two movies, go see them. Because the big thing is, you'll need to see the second one. I enjoyed the second one more than the first one. It might have been me, but I don't know. But go see both of them. They're really good. They're really good guys. And the third one's supposed to be just as good. As for that, another movie, what was it? Atomic Bombshell? What was that?
Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde. I've heard it's a good action movie. So if you're looking for a good action movie, that's a good thing to start with. I assume it's probably going to be a lot like the other like Jason Bourne stuff. I'm not sure. I've been seeing previews for it everywhere, but I just wasn't in the mood for an action movie at all. The movie, is it coming out? There's another movie I think coming out. 1 second. Because it's a movie that Dax has talked about, and I assume all of you guys know about it. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Yes, I want to see that.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
It looks beautiful. It looks amazing.
So, one of my friends went and saw it this morning, and from what he posted about it, he said the movie is very eye candy like Avatar, but the story is.
Okay, I heard the same thing. I have heard that it is amazing looking, but the story is it's just a common story that you've heard before. Now, I was thinking about it, and that does bring up an interesting point. What would you go see a movie for just its visual effects and not a story? This is saying
Cough, cough. Avatar? Question mark. Just
it's
to remake
true.
the Pocahontas?
Avatar. Fair enough. Avatar is a good point.
I have probably seen Pacific Rim at least 30 times minimum.
I saw about half the movie, but I hear the story is garbage.
It is garbage.
Pacific Rim? It's giant monsters versus giant robots.
Okay,
What
so
more do you
it's a
you are-
popcorn movie.
It is a popcorn movie. You don't watch it for the story. You watch it for the giant robots beating up giant monsters. That is all you watch it for.
So there you go. That's a good point. You come in to see a movie. What you're really coming to see is do you want a story when you're going to watch this movie, or are you okay without a story? I guess it also depends on the mood you're in.
I mean, as long as I enjoy myself, I don't care.
As long as the action's good, the story doesn't have to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I judge sci-fi movies a little harsher on their plot usually, but action movies, no.
I always judge a movie by I know it's a good movie that I'm not looking at my watch during it because I'm entertained at the movie.
It's fair.
Fair enough. So let's go on to the next topic, which I know for a fact Dax will be super excited about. And just to let you know, when we start talking about this, there could be spoilers. I have no idea. It depends on how excited we start talking about it. So
Spoiler.
So spoiler alert. If you don't care, then keep watching. But this is for Game of Thrones people, because the first episode of Game of Thrones has finally come out.
And leading the kill count for the season is Arya Stark right off the bat. Oh my gosh, the best opening scene probably to any of the seasons so far.
Wiped out a whole family.
Yep. She wiped out a bunch of people.
She just calmly just pulled that mask off and let them know that winter came for House Frey. Best scene ever.
Dax has been talking about this for a while. He really loves the first part of the scene.
I've got to think for Arya. I love that girl to death. She is amazing. Her character has just developed into this. She went from this sweet, cute, innocent little girl into this total badass that you just don't mess with.
I will have to say, though, Dax loves the first part. I actually love the ending more, just as because of the entire, just not speaking, no one's speaking. You just hear the background noises. You see the scenery of it all, and then finally at the very end, you have Daenerys just standing there, and she goes, "Shall we begin?" And it's just like, this is where it starts. You know, what we've waited for so long, her getting over to the new continent, and it excites me. It excites me extremely.
The ending was good too.
The story itself, they were good. I see no issue with any of it. They did a really good job with all of it, bringing all the stuff together.
I think one thing, though, that they've done in the show is they turned a character that had this very hard and cold. He was very hard and cold just on the outside, but within the past 2 seasons, he's actually kind of, gone from the Grinch to actually, having a little bit of a heart, and it's the Hound.
Well, yes and no. I feel like the Hound was like that before. I don't think he was he worked for Joffrey. That's the big thing, man. He worked for Joffrey. So I don't think it was too. It was. I don't think his change was too big. I don't think you could just say his change was too big. Technically, he showed caring factors to Sansa multiple times when he was still in Joffrey's care, showing his decent side. And then, yeah, he got to know more people, and he, you know, was not under the play of Joffrey. Thus, I feel like it was just a lot more stuff was up for him. That's just me. So I think the character change has been starting since, you know, first season on. Maybe second season, because first season was still pretty bad.
There's a big theory going around with Sansa's hair to Cersei's hair. People are making comparisons.
True, but I also think it does comment a little that she did take knowledge and looks up to Cersei from what Jon said and what she said.
That's true.
So, yeah, most likely, yes, she made her hair a lot like Cersei because she, a little bit, even though she does not like Cersei, she admires Cersei a little bit. Wants to become somewhat like Cersei, so, yeah. But, let's see. Best Game of Thrones, it was great, coming on again Sunday, so we're going to be excited about that again. So the season started off.
I'm just sad there's only 7 seasons, 7 episodes.
Yeah, that is sad, but, you know, it happens. It happens. Other TV shows, anybody seen anything, watch anything?
I'm watching Westworld.
Westworld! Oh my gosh, yes. I love Westworld. What episode are you on?
I just finished episode 7. So it was a pretty big plot twist. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, have you guys watched Westworld? The other two?
No.
No. Well, if you get HBO, watch it. I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, just because I love Westworld so much. I know I've mentioned this to Dax. You need to watch it. And if you haven't heard me talk about it, which I think I might have even talked about it in the first podcast, because I love it so much. But the best way to describe Westworld is Jurassic Park, but instead of dinosaurs, robot cowboys.
Yep, we did discuss this.
But it's a good show to watch. I would suggest all of you who have not watched it and you have HBO to watch Game of Thrones, watch Westworld. I promise you'll get addicted to that as well. Though then again, a new season isn't scheduled to next year or even the year after?
I think so.
Yeah, it's sort of like you spend like many years not getting to watch the show and you're like, I need more. I need more. As for me, I don't think there's been too much except for the Game of Thrones that I've actually been watching. I will mention this one show, which I don't know if you guys have watched, but the Castlevania animated series. It came on Netflix. It's only 4 episodes, and it's really good. You may have to get past the first episode, because the first episode is trying to bring everything together, and so it may push a lot of information in your face at a time, or it just may not be tasteful. Get to the second episode, and trust me, you'll love it. Trust me.
I heard the guy who's also doing the Witcher, or not the Castlevania stuff, is going to be doing a Witcher series too.
Yes, I've heard about that, and that excites me as well.